Today is the 14th day of the month of Kislev, and we are doing chapter 27, the entire chapter 27. Chapter 7 discusses the laws of Talmud Torah, the mitzvah of studying Torah, and we'll be doing from the beginning, paragraph 1, through the end of it, paragraph 5. Paragraph 1. Says the Kislev that every day after davening in the morning, after you finish morning services, one should try to learn some Torah. We're supposed to learn every day, and very often the day we could get caught up in different things during the day. So if we set aside the time after morning services to learn Torah, then we'll know we'll always get it in no matter what happens during our day. If a person can set aside a significant amount of time to learn after the morning services, at least they should read through a verse or two in the Torah, get something, at least something small in, even if it's just a moment or two. Paragraph 2. Every Jewish person has a mitzvah to learn Torah, whether a person is wealthy, whether a person is poor, whether someone's healthy, whether they have health problems. Every single Jewish person has a mitzvah to learn, regardless of the age, etc. If somebody does not know how to study Torah at all, they have zero background, and due to their life situation, they don't have any capability of studying Torah or learning how to study Torah, then what they could do is they could support somebody who's learning Torah. This we found even by the Shvatim, by the tribes. There's a Yisachar and Zevulun, two of the tribes. Zevulun were businessmen, and Yisachar, the people from Yisachar, they were scholars. So Zevulun, they do their own Torah learning also, but in order to get more Torah, the merit of more Torah learning, they would support Yisachar, so that Yisachar would be able to not have to work and could spend all day studying Torah. This allowed Zevulun to have a share in Yisachar's Torah learning. So it says the Kislev that we could do this nowadays also. If we can't learn as much as we feel we should, as much as we want to be able to learn, if we could support a yeshiva, support people who are studying Torah, we get a big part of the credit for their Torah learning. Now, even if we are doing something like that, it doesn't absolve us from our own Torah learning. We should try doing a little bit of something at least to our Torah learning as well. It's a type mitzvah that the more you can do, the better, but we have to make sure to at least be doing something, some small amount. Paragraph 3. The best thing is to always be learning Torah in between business meetings, during our lunch breaks, etc. To always try fitting in as much Torah as we could. But the Kislev says another way to do it, of having set times. We have a daily Torah study, half an hour over here with this study partner or this class, 25 minutes over there. Set times during a day where it's built into our day is time to study. This is called being koveya itim LaTorah, setting aside times to study Torah. If someone doesn't have a lot of time, says the Kislev, something to focus on, one of the primary areas that you should focus on is practical halacha. How do you live a Jewish life practically? This podcast is a great example of that. We're very much focused on the practical. He says also to make sure to try doing a daily little bit of the Agadic portions of the Talmud and the Medrash. The Agadic portions of the Talmud and the Medrash are things which don't have to do with practical Jewish law, but more with like Jewish philosophy, Jewish ethics, Musar, things of that nature. Paragraph 4. If while somebody is studying Torah, they have to step out for a few minutes, so you're not supposed to leave your Torah book, whether it's a Chumash, whether it's another Jewish book, you're not supposed to leave it open. It's considered disrespectful. And also, he says he doesn't mention the name of this demon over here, but there's a demon where it says in the Gemara called Mupim, which makes people forget their Torah learning if they leave their books open. So therefore, close the book you're learning, step out, you come back, then open back up to where you're up to. Some people don't want to close it all the way because that's too much of a break. So like in yeshiva, it's very common to see boys leave the front cover of the whatever they're learning open. They don't close the book totally, but they'll make sure to not leave it open to where they're up to. They'll open it back up when they get back to learning. Paragraph 5. When somebody is learning, it's important to actually speak the words out loud, not just reading it and scanning with the eyes and thinking about it. Actually saying the words itself also does something for us and does something to us. The words of Torah are holy, so our mouth saying them, our ears hearing them also is important. Even if we don't understand the words that we're saying necessarily, by merely saying them, we still are already getting a mitzvah of Torah learning. So just kudos to everybody who's listening to this podcast, because by listening to this podcast, we are definitely fulfilling this mitzvah of learning every day. And so, wonderful, keep it up. But this is only the beginning. The more you learn, the better. Especially nowadays, there's many podcasts available of every topic under the sun that you could do. So this podcast itself is usually 5-10 minutes, so great. But anyone who has to drive anywhere, even go back and forth to shul for services, driving to work, there's always opportunities nowadays in 2024 to find new ways of fitting in an extra few minutes Torah study, interesting ideas, concepts, whether it's Jewish philosophy, halacha, Gemara. If you're up to doing Daf Yomi is learning a page of Talmud a day, that'd be phenomenal if you're up for that. But there's definitely opportunities to grab advantage of, and I encourage everyone to fit in as much Torah learning as you could throughout your day. Have a wonderful day, and see you on the next episode.